Magandang gabi. Ako po muli si Professor, Aquino ng PUP-QC. Isa po akong faculty ng, naturang eskuwelahan. Sa gabing ito ay, minarapat kong, mag-record ng isang video para sa lecture namin ng aking mga estudyante sa MM32 tungkol sa, para ituloy namin yung aming lesson para sa week number 12 and 13. So, para naman po kami ay hindi maantala sa aming mga lesson. Para tuloy-tuloy po yung, pag-aaral po ng mga estudyante. So, magsimula na po tayo. So, mag-share po ako ng aking, screen. Ayan po. Nakikita niyo po ba yung aking screen? Ang topic po namin para sa week 12 and 13 ay, formulating sound research conclusion. Ito po ay, bahagi ng chapter 5 na aming kinukumpleto para sa subject na business research. Ang introduction po natin dito is, formulating a sound research conclusion is an essential step in chapter 5, no? Napaka-importante din, no? Para sa isang research study. This section interprets the summarized findings and explains what the result means in relation to research objectives, questions, and/or hypothesis, no? A well-developed conclusion is based strictly on evidence presented in chapter 4, and logically derived from the summary of findings. It helps clarify the significance of the study and results and provides a clear understanding of how the research addressed the problem being investigated. So our objective for this afternoon, for this evening, I'm sorry. So we have a lot of objectives. Like we will going to explain the purpose of the conclusion section in chapter 5 of the research study. And we will going to differentiate between the summary of findings and the research conclusion. I-differentiate natin yan. Then we will going to formulate a clear and logical conclusion based on the summarized research findings. And we will going to ensure the conclusions are directly aligned with the research objective, questions, and/or hypothesis, and avoid introducing new data and/or unsupported claims when writing a research conclusion. So, yung bandang huli, talagang we will going to avoid, no? If there is no basis, it would be unsupported. We will not be including that, no, on the part of the research conclusion. So, topics we're going to include the conclusion in chapter 5 of a research study and explain the meaning and the implication based on the result presented in chapter 4. Its purpose, objective, questions, and hypotheses by drawing logical inferences from the findings, unlike the summary of findings, which simply restate the result, the conclusion, the interpretation, what those results indicate in relation of a research problem. Okay, this particular section is what also highlights the overall significance of the study, and it will go into clarify how the research contributes to understanding the issue being investigated. Well-written conclusions, that's something like it is clear, it is evidence-based, and it is directly derived from the study of findings, ensuring that they remain consistent with the data and do not introduce new information or what unsupported claim. Let's say, for example, no, the study title, example for a research conclusion or yung tinatawag nating chapter 5. No? The study title, let's say, for example, service quality and customer satisfaction in research, in retail store. Okay? So, like for example, summary findings from the earlier topics that we had na customer supported a high level of satisfaction with the store services. What else? Number two is service quality received a high overall rating from the respondents, and a significant positive relationship exists between service quality and the customer. Okay? So that is what? That is the summary findings that we identify on chapter 4. So our conclusion, based from that summary of findings, no, based on that summary of findings, it can be concluded that customers are generally satisfied with the services provided by the retail store. Whatever kind of services that we are looking for that retail store, so it concluded that what we are satisfied. Okay, the customers are generally satisfied with the service provided by that retail store. The high rating of service quality indicates that customer perceive the store services positively. So that is based from the what? Based from the summary of findings. So you need to directly base it from your summary of findings. No? Yung prepare yung conclusion. Furthermore, a significant positive relationship between service quality and customer satisfaction suggests that improvements in service quality contributes to higher level of customer satisfaction. Therefore, service quality plays an important role in influencing customers' overall experience in retail environments. So that could be what? Direct to the point. So that is those are what? Things that we base from the summary of findings that we obtained from our chapter 4. Do you understand, class? So why this is a good example? Bakit natin good example yung binanggit natin na yan, na? So number one, conclusions are derived from the summary of findings automatically, na? So no new data is being introduced. Wala tayong dinagdag. So nagbase lang tayo dun sa summary of findings. Statements explains what the result mean. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng result? And the conclusions answers the research problem. Okay, so yun yung bakit natin nasabi na tama yung ginawa nating conclusion. Okay, so what's the difference between summary of findings and a research conclusion? Ano ba diferensya, no? So summary of findings and research conclusions are both part of what? Chapter 5. No? Parehong nasa chapter 5 yan, alin? Yung summary of findings and what? Conclusion. Research conclusion. The summary of findings presents a brief and factual recap of the key results obtained from the data analysis or in chapter 4. Okay? So it clearly states that the data showed and organizes the findings according to the statement of the problem or the research question. Ang alin, yung summary of findings. Saan siya naka-base? So from our chapter 1, no? Yung statement of the problem o yung tinatawag nating SOP ng research, nandun kasi yung chapter 1 eh. So doon natin binase yung ating summary of findings at yung conclusion naman, binase natin doon sa summary of findings. Okay? So that's the difference. Statement of the problem research question. This section does not include explanation, interpretation, or opinion. It only restates the result in a concise form. Okay? So in contrast, research conclusions explain what the finding means. Okay? In relation to the research objective, questions, or hypothesis, this section interprets the summarized findings and provides logical inferences based on the evidence. Conclusions help to clarify the significance of the results and show the study addressed the research problem. So there you go, no? So you know already what's the difference, no? What's the difference between what the summary of findings and the research conclusion? Okay. For example, summary of findings. Customer reported high level of satisfaction with the store services. So our research conclusion, okay, the results suggest that the store services practices effectively meet customer expectation, leading to high customer satisfaction. So what could be the key then para makita natin? So if the aspect is focused on the summary findings, what the results show. So pagdating naman sa research conclusion, what the result mean. So summary findings, tandaan nyo summary of findings, what the results show. And pagdating sa research conclusion, what the result mean. Ano pagkakaiba ng dalawa na yun? So ano yung pinapakita doon sa summary of findings? Okay? So yung summary findings naka-base tayo sa SOP, tandaan niyo yan ha. Then yung research conclusion naka-base tayo sa summary of findings. Okay, so sabi sa conclusion, what is the result mean? Anong ibig sabihin no result? Okay? So if the aspect is for nature, pagdating sa summary of findings, factual and descriptive. Then what else? Pagdating naman sa research conclusion, interpretative and inferential. So that's the difference. So with the content, let's say for example, if the aspect is for the content, key results from the chapter 4. So parang naka-itemize yan. Ano? Key results from the chapter 4. And for research conclusion, meaning and implication of findings. So yun yung lalagay ninyo sa chapter 5. Na? So if it is new data, wala tayong papansin. No? So, ganun din sa research conclusion, kung bago yung data. Kaya nga hindi natin i-include eh. If there is a new data. Saan lang tayo magbe-base class? Saan? Dun sa findings mismo ng research, no? If the findings answers our SOP. Let's say, for example, magdadagdag ka ng SOP, so that could not be permitted. Kung ano lang yung research questions natin, yun lang yung sasagutin natin. Tandaan yan, ha? So, formulating clear and logical conclusion based on summarized research findings involves drawing reasoned statement and that explain what the result of the study indicate in relation to the research objectives, questions, and hypotheses. Conclusion should be derived from the summary of findings. Okay? Summary of findings and must reflect the evidence presented in what? Chapter 4. Okay? This means that every conclusion should be logically what? Follow from the results without introducing new data and assumption of personal opinion. So hindi tinatanggap yung mga personal opinion. You understand, class? And logic conclusion should be written in concise statements that interpret the meaning the meaning of the findings and highlight the main insights gained from the study. They should also maintain consistency with the research problem and demonstrate how study answered the research question or objectives. Well-formulated conclusions help readers understand the significance of the results and provide the foundations for recommendations and further research. For example, again, what? Positive relationship between service quality and customer satisfaction. Okay? So our conclusion, service quality plays an important role in influencing customer satisfaction, indicating that the improvements in service quality are likely to enhance customer overall experience. No? So that is the our summary findings and conclusion. So examples of clear and logical conclusion naman yung ating alamin. So employment-based motivation, productivity in retail company. So clear what? Clear? What is that again? Clear and logical conclusion. Okay? So if the summary is findings what? Employees reported a high level of motivation in their workplace. The mean productivity score was above average among employees and what? A significant positive relationship exists between employee motivation and productivity. So our conclusion then is okay. So employees in the organizations generally demonstrate high motivation toward their work. So direct to the point, yung tirada natin. The level of employee productivity is generally satisfactory within the organization. So, ano yung dalawang dinirekta natin doon? Generally demonstrate high motivation toward their work and what? Level of activity which is generally satisfactory within the organization. So another is employee motivation has a significant influence on productivity. So yung anong dinigin natin din doon? Significant influence on productivity. Okay, suggesting that motivated employees can perform better on in their tasks. So that could be our research conclusion. So why do we say that these examples are good conclusion? They are based directly from the summarized findings. So hindi tayo lumihis. What else? They interpret the meaning of the result. Okay, ano ibig sabihin ng result na binigay natin? They do not introduce new data. Walang new data tayo binanggit. And they logically answer the what? Research question. So, tandaan natin lagi yan. Ha? So how do we ensure that conclusions are directly aligned with the research objectives, our research question, or hypothesis? Paano natin malalaman? Okay? Ensuring that directly aligned with the research objectives question and or hypothesis means that every conclusions written in chapter 5 must clearly correspond to what the study originally aimed to investigate, na. Parang kung ano yung study title natin, doon na kagad natin parang sasagutin kagad natin. Okay? So, yes, the conclusion should be directly answer the research objectives. So, kailangan yung mga nakukuha nating conclusion, tignan natin, balikan natin yung alin, yung ating SOP. Kung nasasagot ba yung SOP natin, kung nasasagot ba yung objectives ng research, ano pa, yung hypothesis, kung meron tayong hypothesis, na. So, doon ka agad, na. So, parang check and balance ang ginagawa natin, na. So, before we conclude on the final chapter of our study, so babalikan natin yan. So, titingnan natin kung nasasagot ba. Kung hindi nasasagot, mali yung na-formulate nating conclusion. Okay? So, hindi tayo nag-base doon sa summary of findings. So, parang ganon. So, babalikan. So, mag-back to zero ulit tayo from chapter 4 to chapter 5. No? So, parang nasayang yung oras natin, nasayang yung alin, yung efforts natin, something like that. Okay? So, lagi nating tatandaan, lagi nating check and balance yung yung summary of findings natin, nasasagot ba yung alin, yung ating research objectives, yung ating research question, or yung ating research hypothesis. The conclusion should directly answer research objectives or research questions and indicate whether the hypotheses were supported or being rejected based on the findings presented in chapter 4. So malalaman naman natin yan kung tatanggapin natin yung hypothesis o hindi. If we fail to accept, if we fail to reject, something like that, no? Any questions with that? To maintain this alignment, research should follow the same order used on the statement of the problem, or SOP, or research objectives, and ensure each conclusion logically reflects the summarized findings. This approach helps maintain consistency throughout the study. Otherwise, nagiging inconsistent tayo. So, kung ito yung research question natin, tapos iba naman yung sinasagot, inconsistent na tayo, nakagad tayo nun. Okay? Naintindihan niyo? And ensuring that its conclusions logically reflects the summary's findings. This approach help to maintain consistency throughout the study, making it clear how the research addressed the problem and achieve its objective. Okay? For example, again, that the question, is there a significant relationship between service quality and customer satisfaction? That would be our example. No? Summary of findings, a significant positive relationship was found between the service quality and customer satisfaction. Kung hindi nasasagot yung alin, yung question, yung research question natin. So what could be our summary of findings? A significant positive relationship was not found between service quality and customer satisfaction. So ganun yun. Okay? So dapat direct to the point tayo. So, pag-answer ng research questions natin. So saan natin makikita yan? Sa SOP natin. Lahat naman kayo gumawa kayo ng SOP. So babalikan ninyo yung SOP ninyo. So doon pa lang, check and balance na natin kung nasasagot ba yung doon sa study natin, kung nasasagot ba yung yung research question natin. So aligned to conclusion. So service quality significantly influences customer satisfaction among customers. So again, babalikan ulit natin yung SOP natin para tingnan natin kung ma-align siya doon sa ating summary of findings and doon sa ating conclusion. If it is not, okay, so alam niyo na, hindi nasasagot. Okay? So maghahanap pa kayo ng further study para masagot yung alin, yung research question natin. Okay? I hope you understand. This example demonstrates alignment because the conclusions directly answered the research question and reflects the findings of the study without introducing new information. Okay? So, again, another strategy class, no? Do not introduce kasi wala sa SOP yun eh. Kung ano lang nasa SOP ninyo, yun lang, wag na kayo magdagdag. Okay, sabi nga sa Bible, no? Kapag nagdadagdag tayo kung ano yung nakasulat sa Bible, is what? Nadadagdagan yung salot na darating sa buhay ng isang tao. Naniniwala ba kayo sa Bible? Okay? At kung nagbabawas naman tayo dun sa Bible, sa nakasulat sa Bible, ano, nawawala yung chance natin na mag, magkamit ng alin, ng salvation. Yun yung ibig sabihin nun. So, bawal magdagdag at bawal magbawas. Okay? Naintindihan ninyo? Sige. So, why this example? Okay. So, this example class, no? Align the conclusions directly answer what? The question and reflects findings of the study without introducing new information. So, let's go with the research objectives, questions, or hypothesis. If the objective is what? To determine the level of customer satisfaction with the store services. Okay. Another is another part of our objective is what? To examine the relationship between service quality and customer loyalty. Okay. If that will be the objective, if that will be the objective of your research, what is your summary of findings? The customer reported a high level of satisfaction with the store's services. Yun yung nakita natin na findings. Another significant positive relationship or a significant positive relationship was found between service quality and customer satisfaction. Okay? That is the summary of findings. What would be our conclusion? Aligned with our research conclusion. So customers are generally satisfied with the services provided by the store. Yun yung conclusion natin. So our number 2 conclusion, the service quality significantly influences customer loyalty, indicating that better service quality is associated with higher customer loyalty. So direct to the point, no? So kasi naka-align yan eh. Yun yung alignment na sinasabi natin. Like kung magdadagdag tayo dyan, let's say for example, wala naman dun sa SOP, nagdagdag tayo, manamamali tayo. So we are not answering. We are not answering what the research is all about. So why this example is correct? Bakit? So these conclusions directly corresponds to a research objective. What else? Conclusions are derived from the summary or summarized findings. So there is no new information is being what? Introduced. So dahil nga, huwag tayong magdadagdag. Bawal magdagdag. Kung ano lang yung nandun sa SOP, yun lang. At kung ano yung nandun sa SOP, yun lang. So huwag tayong magbabawas din. Kung meron tayong, let's say, yung last question natin, hindi natin sasagutin. So hindi po matatapos yung research natin. Okay? So again, so you can make use of the description box, and type your questions below. Pagka meron kayong tanong at nabasa ko yan, so sasagutin natin yan. If you have any question. So, hindi kayo maliligaw, class, Sundan nyo lang yung alignment na yun. So, hindi kayo maliligaw. Okay? So let's go with the next topic. The structure maintains logical consistency with the research question. What is the key rule, no? What is the key rule? One research objectives or question should lead to one corresponding conclusion. That is the key rule. Kung ano yung tanong sa SOP, yun yung summary of findings at yun yung conclusion. Hindi yung isa lang yung tanong mo tapos nag-derive ka sa ano, sa dalawang summary of findings. No, that is a big no-no. Okay, at naging tatlo naman yung conclusion. That also what? Incorrect strategy. Dumami na. So, ibig sabihin, nagdagdag ka na. So, ano yung tanong, yun yung sagot. Okay? Avoid claims when writing a research conclusion means that conclusion must be based only on the findings already presented in chapter 4 and summarized in the summary of findings. The researcher should not include additional statistics. Wala naman sa questionnaire natin yun eh. Tapos magdadagdag tayo ng statistics, then pinahihirapan mo lang yung sarili mo. Okay? Informations or ideas that are not analyzed, reported earlier in the study. Conclusion should be simply interpret what the results already show. Okay? Kaya bawal magdagdag. So this practice is important because it ensures the conclusions remain evidence-based, credible, and logically connected to the study's result. Introducing new data or making claims that are not supported by the findings weaken the validity of the research and create confusions for the readers. Okay? So, what is example? Study found significant positive relationship between employee motivation and productivity. The correct conclusion is what? Employee motivation is positively associated with employee productivity. Okay? So what could be an example of wrong conclusion naman or incorrect conclusion? So employee motivation increases productivity. Kasama ba sa research? Ha? Kung hindi kasama, your title is what? Ano ba yung title natin kanina? Okay, so balikan natin. Uh, yung title natin. Nalimutan ko. Sorry. Ayan, employee motivations and productivity in retail companies. Okay? So ano yung connection? Okay? Yeah. Study found significant positive relationship between employee and motivation and productivity. Yun yung lumabas sa research natin. So based from our title. So kaya ang correct conclusion natin is what? Employee motivation is positively associated na. Yung positively, so parang nasa summary of findings na rin natin yan eh. Positively associated with employee productivity. So what is incorrect? No? Then, if that conclusion is correct, so what is incorrect? Employee motivation increases productivity. So sa title pa lang, hindi naman sinasabing ano ba yung level, no? Ano ba yung determinants, no? The determining factor sa kaya nag-i-increase yung employee productivity. Hindi naman natin pinasok yun. Hindi naman that could not be what? That could not be it is not included in our title. Yung the level of increase in our productivity. No, hindi naman yun ang hinahanap. So, ibig sabihin, kapagka yun yung naging findings mo is what? Nagdadagdag ka na. Okay? So, namamali na yung study natin. Okay? So, incorrect, employee motivation increases productivity because of the company provides excellent training. Paano mo nalaman yun? Kasi yun yung title mo. No, wala nga sa title yun eh. Paano mo nalamang binigay ng company yan? No? Pagka the company provides excellent training, paano mo nalaman yun? Hindi ka naman nagtanong tungkol doon. Okay? So, overthinking tayo. Okay? Do not do what? Realization, something like that. Over generalization. So, that would be incorrect. Okay? Kung ano lang yung tanong natin, let's say, our study deals with what? Etc. etc. This could be the answer. So, you should direct it to the point. Kung ano yung tinatanong natin sa ating research question, yun lang yung sagot natin. Dapat. Okay? So, this introduces new information. Sabi nga natin, nagdadagdag na tayo about training programs that was not analyzed in the study. Hindi naman in-analyze yun. Okay, making that conclusion unsupported by research finding is what? A big no-no. Okay? I hope you are getting my point, no? Wag tayong gagawa ng desisyon na unsupported. Okay? For example, data or unsupported claims in conclusion. Let's say the research question is what? Is there a relationship between employee training and job performance? No? That is the research question. So, kung walang kung yan ay mamaliin natin, let's say for example, kasama ba sa study natin yung unsupported claims? Okay? So, hindi. Kasama ba sa natin yung what you call that? Ang nasa tanong lang natin is relationship between employee training and job performance. So for our summary of findings, if that will be our question, the analysis revealed a significant positive relationship between employee and job performance. So our correct conclusion then would be employee training is positively associated with job performance among employees. Hindi natin tinitingnan yung level or yung increase ng what? Ng job satisfaction, ng trainings, no? Hindi natin pinag-aaralan yan. So, yung study natin is what? Nakakatulong doon sa what? Nakakatulong yung alin? Yung employee training. So, there is a positive relation with job performance kapag mayroong proper training among employees. Okay? Sir, pwede ba tayo mag-provide ng wrong, what you call this, ng, let's say, employee training is what? Let's say, yung reverse conclusion. So, tama ba yun? So, hindi. Kasi hindi naman natin hindi naman yun ang study natin. Kung ano yung study natin is what? Yun lang yung dapat natin sagutin. Let's say, employee training is positively associated with job performance among employees. Let's say we'll be saying that no training is what? Can negatively associated with job performance. Pwede ba natin gawin ganun? Hindi kasama yun sa SOP natin eh. Okay? Kung ano lang yung nasa SOP, yun lang yung dapat nating sagot. Okay? So let's say twist natin yung question now. That is no also. Do not twist our question. Kung ano yung tanong sa SOP, yun yung dapat nating sagutin. This conclusion is based directly. Yan, no? Nakalagay nga. Malinaw na malinaw. This conclusion is based directly on the summary of findings. Okay? Any question? Okay, so again, use the description box if you have questions that you need to clarify. Okay? Incorrect conclusions, no? Let's say, for example, introducing new data. Employee training improves job performance because the company's training training program is highly effective and regularly evaluated. Oh, ano dinagdag natin? Yung bang ano, nakasama ba study natin yung yung training is let's say yung mga training is highly effective and regularly motivated. Paano mo nasabi yun? So, hindi naman kasama sa study. Yun. Nagdagdag na tayo ng data. Okay? So, wala sa SOP natin. So, this conclusion, it chooses new information about the training program that was not presented in the study. Hindi naman natin kinuha yung mga different training programs. Hindi naman natin pinag-aralan yun. Okay? So, another example. Okay? The research within the store. The summary findings, customers reported high level of satisfaction with the store services. So let's say that could be what? The summary of findings. So our correct conclusions then, customers are what? Generally satisfied with services provided by the store. Incorrect conclusion, if this will be your conclusion, this incorrect, conclusions are customers are satisfied because the store offers discount, di ba? Nagdagdag na naman tayo. Okay? Offers discount and promotional programs. Wala naman sa study natin yun. Paano natin nasabi? Okay? So, these discounts were not part of the analyzed data. So, the claim is what? Unsupported. So, what is the key principle that we need to understand? Conclusions must come only from findings, not from assumptions or new information. Okay? So, drawing conclusions from the findings. Paano naman yon? Okay? So, drawing conclusions from the findings involve interpreting, summarize results of the study to determine what they mean in relation to the research objectives, questions, or hypotheses. After the key findings are presented in Chapter 5, the researcher analyzes these results and develop logical statements, explain the overall outcome of the study. Okay, the conclusion should be what? Directly based on the evidence reported in Chapter 4 and summarize findings, ensuring that they remain accurate, relevant, and supported data. Okay? So when drawing conclusions, what? The researchers should identify main insights revealed by the findings, determining whether the research questions were answered or hypothesis supported, and clearly state what the results imply about the research problem. The conclusion should be what? Concise, logically organized, and consistent with the objective of the study without introducing new data or unsupported claim. For example, summary of significant positive relationship between service quality and customer satisfaction. Conclusion. Service quality what? Significantly influences customer satisfaction, indicating that improvements in the service quality may enhance customer overall satisfaction with the company. So in this example, the conclusion is derived directly from the findings and explain its meaning in relation to the research problem. Okay? So avoiding what? What are the things that we need to avoid? Yung tinatawag nating overgeneralization. Avoid generalization means ensuring that research conclusions are limited only to what data and sample actually support. Researchers should not make broad claims. Bawal. Okay, that extend beyond the scope of this study. So, ano yan? Nandun yun sa scope of our study. Yun lang yung nasasakupan. Okay? The characteristics of the respondents or the context in which the research was conducted. Doon lang tayo. Yun lang yung dapat na nasasakupan. Conclusions must remain grounded in the evidence presented. Okay? And should accurately reflect the populations and conditions examined in the study. Overgeneralization often occurs when researchers assume that findings from general specific sample or setting apply to all groups or situations. That is what? Overgeneralization. To avoid this, conclusion should use cautious language such as suggest, indicates, or it is associated with, no? Yun lang mga pa natin. Pwede natin gamitin na term, no? Para hindi tayo mag-over generalize and clearly acknowledge what? The limitations of the study. This practice maintain validity, credibility, and reliability of the research. Example, okay? Study by employee in retail companies reported high job satisfaction. So, yun nakita natin findings, na appropriate conclusion, okay? Employees in the selected retail company generally reported high job satisfaction. Hindi tayo lumalabas, no? Then, incorrect, no? All retail companies. Hindi naman di ba? Paano natin nasabi? Wala doon tayo sa findings natin. All retail companies experience high job satisfaction. Wala naman sa study natin yung ganyang, conclusion. So that is over generalized. Okay? So the incorrect overgeneralize the result because of the study only examined employee from one company. Hindi lahat. Okay? Not all retail workers. Wala naman sa study natin yun. Kaya tayo nag-overgeneralize. No. Do not overgeneralize. Okay? So our for formulating conclusions, formulate clear, logical, and evidence-based research conclusions derived directly from the summarized findings and aligned with the research objectives, questions, and hypotheses. Okay? So, stop share natin to. Again, ako pong muli si Professor Aquino ng Quezon City, ng Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Quezon City. Ginawa ko po itong video na to dahil para makaabot kami dun sa topic na formulating conclusions na part ng week 13, week 12 and 13. Okay? So, gayon din para sa aking mga estudyante. Panoorin ninyo ito at alam kong malaki may tutulong nitong lesson na to para umusad yung ginagawa ninyong research. Na? So, sa ngalan ng Polytechnic University of the Philippines, ako po muli si Professor Rodolfo Aquino. Yun lamang po. Marami pong salamat. Huwag niyong kalimutang mag-like at mag-share at mag-subscribe sa aking channel para kayo ay laging updated kung meron akong mga bagong video na ina-upload dito sa aking YouTube channel. So, yun lamang po. Marami pong salamat.